This is Spring Porter with Spring Solutions LLC. In this video, I'm going to be providing you with a little bit of information on where you can find statistics for bankruptcy. On occasion, I have people send me a message and they're like, Spring, is this market oversaturated with funds locators? And how many bankruptcy cases are there really? So if you're interested in that information, please stay tuned. Please note that I am not an attorney and this information is not indicated as legal advice. Please also know that I am not a mathematician. I don't study statistics, but I can show you where you can find that information, okay? And also, I'm actually almost at 300 subscribers, so I really appreciate those that have liked, shared my information, that have commented, that have joined my course. I really appreciate you. I'm at 297 right now. So in honor of reaching 300, I'm going to be giving away a little bit of money, not much, but I'll give away $50 to 2 individuals. So if you're interested in that giveaway, please put your Cash App ID in the comments section below. And I really appreciate that. Please continue to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you. So here, we're on the Maryland Bankruptcy Court website. So each state, each district has their own bankruptcy court website, and they should have a statistics page dedicated to that information and that data for that district. So if I typed in statistics here in the search bar engine, I'm going to see the filing information and data for Maryland. So here we have Chapter 7, 11, and 13, and this is from 2016, and it has all the court offices listed here, and it tells you, how many cases were filed. So in 2016, we had over 17,000 cases. It looked like it went down 5% from last year, and then it went up in 2017, then it went down, then it went up a little bit. And so obviously we're not done with 2020 yet. And then the cases tend to usually go up in the beginning part of the year because, as you can imagine, after Christmas, traveling and all of that, people are trying to get rid of their debt. And I used to see that firsthand when working with the bankruptcy attorney. We always saw an influx, and it was always really busy the first quarter of the year with people getting rid of that other debt. So it is going to be interesting to see what 2021 brings with the pandemic in the middle of this, and also with bankruptcy filings and the Christmas and the holiday basically debt that comes from that, unfortunately. So we will see an increase in that for sure. And again, this is just Maryland. This is just one district. So this is one chart that you can see. When I go back to Maryland, I can see also this is data from, I guess, 20 years. It goes back to 2000. And it basically gives similar information, but it breaks it down further per month, per chapter. And you can see the total filings from January, how many were Chapter 13, how many were, Chapter 7, a 9, a 11, and a 12. What would be interesting if they would, out of this Chapter 13 that were filed in January, how many of those cases were actually dismissed? And I'm sure that would be a high number. I don't think you can break it down that far, but surely you can go to Pacer and you probably could do a search for that and you would get the information. But here again, January, February, you see those numbers are larger than, the summer months. So again, we're not done with 2020 yet, but again, 2021 will be interesting to see what that looks like. So when did the market crash? Was it way back? Was it 2008, 9? Yeah, you can see right here the jump in the numbers, like from 2007. You see the Chapter 13 is here, and then it went up, and then look at what it is in, well, this is just Maryland. Chapter 13 is here, 683, and then from 2006, it was 306. So from 2006 to 2008, look at that. So these are some numbers that you can take a look at and see. And I believe that you see how big of a jump it was from 2006 to 2008. That will probably be the same with, after COVID and, at the beginning of the year. And maybe, a few years after that. So bankruptcy cases are not going anywhere. We don't see any that have 0, except for maybe a Chapter 12, because those are different criteria. But the primary cases that are filed are Chapter 13 and 7. And those are going to continue on. And this is a national bankruptcy statistics site. And this is for uscourts.gov. And if you're interested in those tables and the reading datas and charts, you can come here and find what you need, do a search, and hopefully you'll be able to pull it up and read it. All right. So it talks about cases filed, terminated, pending, that sort of thing. It has all the data here in case you were interested. But you really don't need this information. You can look around you. You get circulars in the mail. You go to the mall. You see stores are closed. You hear about it on the news. You know, another company filed bankruptcy. And the individual bankruptcy filings are going to go up too because of the CARES Act and people basically putting a few months of their mortgage on the back end of the loan to try to avoid foreclosure. But what happens when those months are up? You know, people still haven't gotten their second stimulus check yet. What if their unemployment runs out and their company is closed? What are they going to do? Right? So bankruptcy cases are coming. And I did a simple Google question, will bankruptcy cases go up? That yielded 81 million results. So there are so many articles that are being written by mathematicians and just people studying economics. And it tells you basically this data that is in this, websites, they have put it in basically into their articles. So what to know if coronavirus has you considering filing for bankruptcy? And this one says it's really a question of when the coronavirus pandemic, basically how the bankruptcy cases are going to go up. The New York Times says coronavirus bankruptcies are coming. And this one here says a tsunami of bankruptcy filings due to COVID. So it's going to happen. And that will yield more bankruptcy cases where there are unclaimed funds available, because a lot of these Chapter 13 cases, and I wish they had a separate column for cases that are dismissed, because then you will see how many Chapter 13 cases are filed versus how many are actually dismissed, and that is where, the funds are, a lot of the 13s, and the Chapter 7s when things are sold. So every time that I'm on the unclaimed funds locator on the site that I'm always mentioning to you, I see new cases all the time. They pop up daily because, a case is ending, cases are filed. I mean, there's a time frame and they're all different depending on when the person's filed bankruptcy. So cases can be dismissed at any moment and any time. So there are always new cases that are popping up on here. So no, it's not oversaturated. That's the long answer to your questions. And again, if you want to find the statistics in your area, again, just search the bankruptcy court website in your district. And again, we're still going through 2020. So just imagine what that's going to be in the middle of next year, what those numbers are going to look like and what they're going to continue to look like. And I showed you that jump in Maryland from 2006 to 2008, the jump in Chapter 13 cases from that alone. So you put a pandemic in the middle of that, and what is it going to be? So yeah, this is going to be interesting. So yeah, if you can get into this particular process now before the influx comes, it's going to be a wave of many more cases that have unclaimed funds available for sure. So again, if you're interested in my course, the link is in the description box where you can learn how to do this process, from beginning to end. If you are needing case management services, if you're trying to do this on your own without having, joining the course, I'm here to assist you. But again, you would have to pay for my services if you want me to manage a case for you. If you need more information, I do have a lot that is free. If you're wanting to know general information, please pay for a coaching call. And I could assist you with your questions so that you can get to your answers quicker. And again, if you're interested in joining the small contest for the giveaway, please drop your Cash App ID below. I thank you so much for helping me reach 300. I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.